Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be taking the temporary 40-gallon breeder tank and we're finally putting everything into the Redsea Reefer 350. It's been a delayed start, but I'm excited to finally get this series going. So yeah, stay until the end to check out the new tank. Alright, so I picked up some cleanup crew and a torch from Worldwide Corals. They ran out of Mexican turbos, but they're really kind enough to hook me up with some extra snails I bought. They had a bunch of ads for Reefapalooza. I think New York ran this weekend or last weekend by the time you're watching this video. I will be at Texas, so make sure you guys show up. They added a sticker and I think Brightwell's dipping solution for the torch, which is pretty nice. Here it is. I got this single head of this Aussie torch. It's more like gold with some blue/white tips. Here's a better look under the orange lens. As you can see, a lot more gold compared to my Wolverine torch on the right side of it as a comparison. And yeah, it's kind of small right now. Of course, like whenever you get new corals, they're kind of shrunk up, but I'll see how he does in a few days. Alright, so I picked up some extra emerald crabs from the Shipment and I turned them in at a local fish store for some credit. I ended up picking up this clownfish from one of their display tanks that has been there a while, and she's really healthy. I know she's been there for a while. She has like orange, a nearly naked clownfish with two little white dots on the sides that look kind of like dimples. I put her in the tank with my other clownfish and there really wasn't much aggression and they really were nice to each other, kind of fit together like a puzzle, so I'm really glad it worked out. And yeah, so yep, that's a new fish in the house. Here is the Redsea Reefer 350, finally back at my place again. I've been waiting so long for this tank and I'm just super excited to have it again. For those of you that missed out on the first like 2 videos, I mentioned that while moving I accidentally chipped a corner of the Redsea tank. It wasn't bad, but you know, just to be sure, I wanted to get the back panel replaced. And yeah, as you guys can see here, I'm making water. I will be transferring everything from here into here over like the next week or so. It's gonna be a long journey, but really excited to have this tank here. I think the biggest pain was just making enough water for this tank. I think it took like a couple of days to get enough water into the system. Here's what I have inside the trash can. I kind of just put a little wave maker, a tiny heater, and as you guys can see how slow it's dripping, it takes around like 10 hours I think to fill up this 34-gallon brute trash can. So I kind of just leave it overnight and turn it off in the morning. So here I am working on the plumbing. I had an issue where I couldn't get my return to line up with the return line right here on the right side. But it's so embarrassing, but it took me around like 10 minutes to kind of figure out that I can basically just switch the emergency drain with the regular drain. So yep, problem solved. Next step was filling up the tank with some sand. As you guys can see here, I used 2 bags of I think 20 pounds of this KFC live sand, and I think it's, yeah, right there at the bottom it just says Reef sand, but I think it's their special grade. One time I ran super fine sand and I didn't like that, and I really don't like the black sand. I heard it causes problems on the glass, so I think those little pieces that are a little bit chunkier are a better option. So this is what the tank looked like after filling up with one of the brute trash cans. Alright, so let's take a little break from the Redsea Reefer 350. So I found out like probably a few days after putting the torches in that the Aussie torch, the one on the right side, was stinging my Indo torch, the one on the left side. So I thought you could put torches together, and I think some people don't have a problem with them, but Aussie torches can kill off Indo torches from what I've read, and it's better to separate them by the area that they come from. So I did that here, but you know, it kind of took a good chunk of my Indo torch right here, so hopefully this side recovers. And although torches do look similar, you can tell the difference because Indo torches are more lengthy and skinny, while Aussie torches are kind of shorter and stubbier. So here's what the 40-gallon breeder looked like after moving all of the rocks over to the Redsea 350. Yeah, really empty and dirty tank. Here's what I settled on for the Aquascape. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment below if I should keep this or maybe I should add some stuff. I'll kind of explain my thought process. So on this front rock right here, I was gonna put pretty much gardens of stuff, so gonies and hammers. So we have that one on the left and the right side at the bottom here. On this left side, or the left side of the tank, we have kind of a cliff where I'm gonna put SPS or torches. My plan is gonies here, hammer garden here, torches on this top rock, maybe SPS. On this right side, I'll probably have some garden here, maybe zoas, and I'll put the rest of my SPS on this little like cave-like rock. So yeah, that's my thought process right now. I'm thinking maybe I should put some like magnetic rock on the back of the glass. It'd be kind of cool, but I haven't really decided or committed on that yet. But yeah, here's another overview, and yeah, really simple. And the top's kind of, I left it kind of roomy so the fishes can swim. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, yay or nay. Well, after about 10 minutes of chasing these guys, I finally caught the little clownfish, and inside the other cup over here, I caught the other clownfish. So these guys will be the first two going into the Redsea Reefer 350. Here's one of the little emerald crabs I ended up keeping. Here's one of my Astrea snails that I've had ever since my first ever tank. These guys have been a champ. And my conch, he's like finally home. I finally have sand to rest in. So yeah, he's enjoying the sand, I think. He's taking a good nap. Here's a short video of my second Astrea snail going ham on the rocks already. I didn't notice it in the video when I first recorded it, but I do see some bulb algae that he brought over. So hopefully that doesn't cause a problem. But yeah, this guy has been awesome. And you can see his face there, it's kind of ugly, but he does good work. The time frame's kind of weird in the YouTube video, but I added these guys about 3 days or so after putting the rocks in. And yeah, they seem really happy inside this tank. Definitely a lot more swimming room than the other tanks. And yeah, the rocks are getting a little bit of diatoms just from the white light, I think. But the next steps would just be transferring over corals and setting up my Radion XR30s over the tank.
1 hour later.
Alright, so that took a lot longer than I thought. Shout out BRS Glue for sponsoring out of super glue in this video, I guess. When you start moving corals and stuff from one tank to another, you know what you're gonna do and like where you're gonna put stuff, but then the process just drags out and it ends up being a lot longer than you thought. But yeah, here are the torches as I mentioned earlier in the video. On the top, I have my little hammer garden here. I put that hammer in the back because it's still kind of bleached out. I decided to put this one on its own because it's kind of big to the SPS I have in the back right there. And my elegance is sitting right here on the right side. Looks really sad right now, but every coral that you guys see in this video I like just put in. So boom, here we are a few days later. Everything's back to kind of being fluffy. I wouldn't say they're at their peaks yet. I'd probably give it like a week or so until everything starts to look really good. But yeah, here's on the right side my 8 cans and Blasto. I brought over the SPS rug right here. I kind of hammered down, so I got this little chunk right here. The torches are looking really fluffy now. Really happy. As of right now, I'm only running one MP10 in the main tank, which is not enough flow. I'll probably end up getting a gyre or maybe an MP40 on the other side. I saw that the MP10 doesn't really hold well on, I think it's 1/2 inch glass. I can't have it with the little rubber piece, so I might have to upgrade the MP10 in the future. Next we have the garden of hammers. I got most of the colors here. I think I'm trying to look for an orange one and it'll kind of fit my collection. Frog spawn's looking really happy. That hammer is slowly recovering. Here's my Dragon Sulfavia, and I just noticed that snail needs to be flipped up. 2 of the zoas I have right here. Splatter hammer. I lost 2 baby heads on this one, but it'll grow more in no time. The AO Izo is kind of bleached out, or I wouldn't say bleached out, but I just need to give it some more time to color up again. And yeah, it looks kind of empty on this right side, but eventually we'll get there. And here's the elegance and my Mandarin in the back. This one Yuma has been spitting out tons of babies for me, and I think I see another one developing on the top right there. My yellow accessory basslet, and yeah, everybody's super happy about the tank. My Mandarin is finally, I actually see him swimming on the rockwork now, and he's not just kind of on the bottom side, as you guys can see here. So I think he really enjoys the sand and the new additions. Yeah, overall everything is looking great. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Shout out for those of you that always make it to the end. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.